everyone's got a favourite poem, and mine's a T.S. Eliot poem. I know he kind of did a lot of dour stuff, and The Wasteland is a classic, and he's one of our greatest poets. But this one is a bit whimsical. It doesn't scan properly, and the last line, I'm not going to recite the last line because it's just nonsense anyway. And the reason that it came into mind was I was walking with a friend in Shropshire recently, and we went on a nice 6-mile walk through sort of farmland and countryside. And during that time, we got attacked by farmyard dogs. We passed a horse that was basically mad and was going to trample us to death. Goats with horns that were about that big, and a herd of cows, which basically chased us into the next field, and we had to kind of jump over a hedge. And then from that point, everything, even like little sheep, looked like gigantic monsters. But anyway, T.S. Eliot was exactly the same. He really didn't like cows. So he wrote a poem about cows for, I think it was for a friend's son. It was published in his family's, and at that time they did like a Christmas journal which got passed around sort of friends and family. And he wrote it in 1937, but it wasn't published till 1938 because his brother refused to publish it in the family journal until the following year because apparently there wasn't enough room in 1937. Anyway, so it's called Cows. So it's only a short one. So, of all the beasts that God allows in England's green and pleasant land, I most of all dislike the cows. Their ways I do not understand. It puzzles me why they should stare at me, who am so innocent. Their stupid gaze is hard to bear. It's positively truculent. I'm very inconspicuous, and scarlet ties I never wear. I'm not a London Transport bus, and yet at me they always stare. You may reply, to hear a cow, to fear a cow, is cowardice, the rustic scorns, but still your reason must allow that I am weak, and she has horns. But most, I'm afraid when walking with country dames in brogues and tweeds, who will persist in hearty talking, and stopping to discuss the breeds. To country people cows are mild, and flee from any stick they throw, but I'm a timid town-bred child, and all the castle seem to know. They do, they smell fear, don't they? But when in fields alone I stroll, oh then in vain their horns are tossed, in vain their bloodshot eyes they roll, of me they shall not make their boast. Beyond the hedge or 5-bar gate my sober wishes never stray, in vain their prongs may lay and wait, for I can always run away. And that's my favourite poem.